I certainly don't want to be a party pooper, but please consider postponing that international trip. This is especially true if you've been very outspoken against the Trump regime or, just pro-human rights. And, I'm sure this is stuff everyone's been telling you and you've been hearing a lot of commotion and you may think, well, this can't possibly happen to me, right? Well, I thought the same thing until it happened. One time I have exited and returned to the United States, I get stopped right away. And mind you, I was helping a client enter and make sure that they entered without an issue. Turns out I was the one who ended up having trouble entering the US. Me, Ivan, everyone's friend. And I kind of already knew this was a possibility, so I left all my stuff on the US side. So I crossed over, made line, and this time there was no line. This is the emptiest I've ever seen the US border. I helped my client cross, no issue at all. I present my passport, and right away the officer's like, "When did you get this passport?" I was like, when it was issued. And immediately, right away with the hostilities. And mind you, I had no reason to lie, so I was very honest with the officer, and I was just telling them, I am here to help a client cross. And when they asked me, okay, where's your client? I look over, don't see my client, I'm just like, they already crossed. And at this point, I'm getting the third degree. I feel like it's a full-on interrogation. I just wasn't sent over to secondary. At one point, they asked, do you have any animal products or something like that? And I said, no. Then they asked, do you have any electronics? And this entire time, this officer is keeping an eye out on the area where secondary inspection is. They asked, do you have any electronics? I said, no. It's like, are you sure? Do you not have a phone, a watch, anything? And I was like, no electronics on me. And at this point, the officer was confused. And rightfully so. Who doesn't carry their phone on them? And they kept asking me questions. I was like, no man, no electronics. So with nothing to search, there was really nothing else to do, so they just let me go. But I do think had I had some electronics on me, it would be a completely different story. I would have had to record this on a different phone probably. And right when I was almost on my way out, I could see I am free to go. I contemplated it, I thought about it for a second, but I turned around and I asked, hey, by the way, does anything show up on my record? Like anything about me being an immigration attorney? Anything of the sort? And her response was, it's nothing that concerns you. And I'm like, what? It's my record, how does it not concern me? So now I have to get a FOIA request for myself just to see what the government has on me. So yeah, crazy times we're living in.